Welcome back, guys, to Fog Racing, and we are here in Singapore. In real life, of course, we did have that wonderful wet race that was a bit weird and insane at the same time as being boring. But here in the fictional world of F1 Manager, we've got Red Bull domination. Well, at least from Max Verstappen. Perez sits 7 times behind. Oscar Piastri not exactly doing a good job. But as we move in towards qualifying, the car is getting a wee bit more up to speed. I think this Ferrari definitely does suit higher downforce tracks, but as you can see, it's actually Valtteri Bottas and Pierre Gasly in the Alfa Romeo who's being the closest challenger to Max Verstappen. But again, they're 9 tenths off. Sergio Perez massively off again, and Leclerc gets 9th there. Sainz gets a wee bit higher than him. But as we go into Q3, what is it going to be from the boys? It is going to be P6 and P10 as we start the Singapore Grand Prix. A few grid penalties, but nothing major. Verstappen starts on pole. He's looking to wrap up this title. He's looking to do it with a bow on top. But as you can see, Leclerc on the mediums. We've also got Sainz with Verstappen leading from Bottas, who's jumped Fernando Alonso at the start. Alonso trying to think of a way around these guys, but a lot of these guys are on softs, which means they're going to be pitting early. There's a few of us on the mediums, including Lando Norris and Sebastian Vettel. But Verstappen flying around the track. He's going to try and get the DRS and just pull away, man. You can see Verstappen winning this race by about fucking 2 laps because it is a long race, of course, here. And George Russell overtakes Charles Leclerc as Fernando Alonso has actually managed to squeeze back in front of Valtteri Bottas, and he'll be looking to build on his podium for last time out in Zandvoort. But as you can see, look at Van Dorn down in 20th. Gasly with his penalties, looking really good throughout qualifying, but he's actually sitting down in P19. But Ferrari, we're sitting 6th and 8th. We can go long on the mediums and hopefully just eke this out to a 1-stop. Well, everyone else, I believe, will be trying a 2-stopper. But even if they pit, they're going to have to pit within like 15 laps and put on the hards. That's a long time to go, especially if there's a late safety car. But as you can see, a bit of action here. The Williams is getting feisty with the and they've collided into each other, and they've actually hit each other not once but twice there, and that has actually brought out the safety car pretty 3 laps in. But look at the gap Verstappen had, fucking insane. And now we sit in P7 and P8, but we are saving our tyres here. Hopefully this lasts a wee bit longer. But as you can see, it is Sergio Perez who drops it under the safety car. You'd be absolutely raging. But as the safety car did come in, we move on to everyone else pitting. Norris, Vettel haven't pitted. They're on the same strategy as us. And I believe Pierre Gasly is as well. But as you can see, Verstappen in the DRS of Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. He's trying to go for a manoeuvre here and manages to go for it. Overtakes us on his fresh tyres. He overtakes Charles Leclerc, and now Carlos Sainz is up next for Max Verstappen. But we're just trying to eke this out. But as you can see, Verstappen easily overtaking Sainz. But we are going to have to do a wonderful strategy. But as you can see, Carlos Sainz actually dropping behind Sebastian Vettel and Lando Norris, which I was absolutely shocked about. But then as we fast forward a few laps later, he actually managed to get back in front of them, which I thought was pretty funny. But yeah, so we're sitting here on lap 37. We've got a few drivers who are trying to just go for a quality strategy, but I don't know what's going to happen. We've actually pitted Carlos Sainz, and he is came out in P19. It just shows you how bunched up the field was. But as you can see, another safety car is deployed, and at this point, Max Verstappen literally, look at the gap he had over Gasly, who's in 5th. 1 minute and 26 seconds. But George Russell has retired for this race, so it looks like at this stage, everyone is just going to pit and put on the soft tyre, and it's going to be an absolute blaze of glory to the end, unless anyone's going to try and eke this out. But George Russell tries to overtake the Alfa Romeo there and just goes straight on into the barrier. And there is your safety car, Max Verstappen pits. I was hoping for him to stay out on hard tyres so we'd be able to do a job on him. But as you can see, Leclerc P5 on a fresh set of softs. Sainz P9, not the freshest set of softs, but a lot fresher than everyone else. But Guan Yu Zhou is stayed out on his hard tyres. A few people have tried that. Not 100% sure if that is truly going to work here. But as you can see, Lewis Hamilton drops it under the safety car. Not the only guy to do that today, to be fair. But the safety car is in, and as you can see, there is the order. We've got Verstappen, Ocon, Perez, Hamilton, Leclerc, and all that good stuff. But Sainz looking for a way past Guan Yu Zhou with Leclerc trying to find a way past. Sergio Perez tries to hang it around the outside, but the extra grip of the soft tyres actually allows him to do that, and it becomes the inside. Next up is Esteban Ocon. Will we be able to challenge Max Verstappen, but Sainz gets past Guan Yu Zhou. Next up though, we're behind Ocon, but we make light of that now. Carlos Sainz trying to overtake Alonso, Perez and Ocon here. Can Sainz make his way onto the podium with only a few short laps to go? But again, the safety car is out, and Fernando Alonso battling side by side with Carlos Sainz just drives straight into the wall, and we're lucky there he did not come back onto the track, or else I think that would have been a red flag. But as the safety car restarts here, it leaves us with 2 laps to go as Leclerc is right behind Max Verstappen. Then it's Ocon, Perez, Sainz, Hamilton, Bottas, Vettel and the 2 McLarens. In a race where there's been a lot of chaos, you would expect someone like a shit team to score points here, but sadly for them, it just wasn't meant to be. And Max Verstappen is going to win this race from Leclerc. Sainz managed to fight his way up onto the podiums. So it's a double podium here for Ferrari, so it's actually a pretty good drive, in my opinion. Then it's Ocon, Perez, Bottas, Hamilton, Vettel, Norris, and Gasly's managed to pip Daniel Ricciardo to the last points pen position. But anyway guys, we move forward in both championships. Max Verstappen edges closer to our drivers, and until next time, leave your thoughts down below, and peace.